The scent of roses and the chill of champagne instantly transport me back to that moment. It was our 5th anniversary, and I, a high school teacher, had spent 3 obsessive weeks planning a perfect surprise for my wife, Sarah. It was a testament to my love, meticulously orchestrated, the penthouse suite, her favorite vintage Dom Perignon, a sea of red rose petals, and her grandmother's antique music box. While I was obsessing over every detail, Sarah was planning her own, far more devastating surprise. I arrived at the suite 2 hours early, because that's the kind of man I am, the one who double-checks everything. I had a vision of Sarah, exhausted after a long day, walking into the romantic sanctuary I had built. I even rehearsed my lines. I was a complete, unsuspecting fool. My keycard slid into the slot, and I pushed the door open with a wide grin. The smile vanished immediately. Her blazer and skirt were on the floor, and a man's blazer, one I didn't recognize, was tossed on the couch. A cold dread seeped into my bones. Then came the sounds from the bedroom. Sarah's laugh. It was a sound I knew well, but here, it was different, more intimate than I had heard in months. A terrible curiosity pulled me forward. The bedroom door was ajar, revealing everything. Sarah was on the bed, covered in my rose petals, with Marcus, my brother-in-law. My best man. The man who called me brother. They weren't just having sex, they were making love. She was looking at him with a look of pure adoration, an expression I hadn't seen in years. I stood there, frozen, watching my marriage die. Sarah saw me first. Her face went from confusion to terror, then to a chilling flicker of relief. "David," she whispered. Marcus turned, his face a mask of despair. I didn't scream. I just stood there, an idiot in the middle of my own anniversary surprise. "How long?" I asked. Marcus answered, his head in his hands. 6 months. Since Emma's birthday party. The memory of them laughing now felt like a cruel joke. 6 months. I repeated. "Our anniversary is today." "I know how this looks," Sarah said, crying. I laughed, a bitter bark. "It looks like my wife and my sister's husband in the hotel room I booked for our anniversary." The music box was playing a soft waltz. I slammed the lid shut. I asked them a single question each. "Do you love her? And do you love him?" When they both answered, yes, I finally understood. This wasn't a mistake. They were in love. I was the fool who had been so busy planning our future that I missed my wife falling out of love with me. "Get out," I said. They left, their silence a final blow. I sat there, drank the champagne, and scattered the rose petals with my feet. The worst part wasn't the betrayal. It was realizing that while I'd been planning our future, Sarah had been planning her escape. I couldn't go home for days. When I finally did, I found her laptop. I read every one of the 847 emails that built their secret world. "He's such a good man," she wrote 2 weeks before our anniversary. "But I love you in a way I never loved him." I printed every email and drove to my sister Emma's house. Her face transformed as she read. "He's been lying to me for 6 months, she said, her voice hollow. "We've been trying to have a baby for 2 years, and the whole time, he was in love with your wife." The divorce was finalized 6 months later. Sarah and Marcus married. Emma moved to Portland. I sold the house and moved into a small apartment. The betrayal had destroyed our entire family structure. I started seeing a therapist who specialized in infidelity trauma. "You're describing symptoms of PTSD from betrayal trauma," she told me. It was normal to wake up at 3 a.m. wondering what signs I'd missed. 2 years later, I'm still writing this cautionary tale. I don't know if I'll ever trust anyone enough to plan anniversary surprises again. But I do know this. Love doesn't conquer all. Trust can be shattered in an instant. Sometimes, the people closest to you are the ones planning your destruction. The rose petals are still sticking to my shoes, even now.